Hello Aries and welcome. I'm going to be doing a month ahead reading for you. Uh, this is just going to go over current energies and any messages pulled. Uh, Getting into like current past, current future, and then any guidance for you. If you're a new, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, babes, I love and appreciate each of you. Please consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. Alright, that being said, we'll hop into it. If you are interested in private readings, please comment below or email barefootbalancedmama@gmail.com. As always, tips are appreciated. Alright, what do we got for Aries? We the Hathers, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Big new you energy. Tapping into the stability later on. Like, I have you guys in this acceptance and understanding of a new layer of you, right? Because we're all little onions, but there's a new layer of you, and you're understanding that. Later on, you'll have the strength and courage stepping into it, but like right now, you're understanding this new layer of yourself. Good for you, though. Lost lands. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Learning how to be human with Earth. In the world, but not of it. Yeah, you're definitely in a transitional phase. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Do not try and rush this process. I mean, it can take a lot to integrate. But just even understanding this next gifts phase, this next levels phase, just understanding that and being able to work with that. We'll lace up as close as I can without falling over. But definitely that big, I'm transitioning energy. Those of you that aren't feeling a physical transition, I have you feeling, those of you that aren't feeling a physical transition, I have you feeling an energetic one, or vice versa. Soul memories and gifts, you've done this before. For a lot of you, this is something that your soul has done in a past life. We're going to pull a couple of these out. Not growing impatient and how long it's taking you to understand a new gift, your purpose. Change. Yeah, there's a big change coming about for you. Having faith during this transition is big for Aries right now. For some of you, it's almost like a night and day opposition. You are Aries. You can handle that. You can handle switching completely 180, something in your life. But, I mean, hello, for anybody getting from 0 to 180 is like, hello. But it's you, so you're going to pick it up quickly. But there is a change. Main female and message of concern. I have you, in concern. This change for you and you stepping into some type of authority. I have you having to battle somebody. For some, this is your mother. Like, you literally, your mom's like, but what you're doing with your life? And you're like, but Ma, it's the best for me. Like, I know. And they're like, but honey, how can you? And you're like, but Ma, I know. Right? Like, but Ma, I know. And it's just nonstop. Others of you, this could be your father. But either way, like, you're on their thoughts a lot because you shared, I've got something else cooking, like, other than what you thought I should be cooking in the kitchen. And they're like, no, Right. But whatever you want to cook up does not feel as safe as the recipe we were like, make this up. And you're like, seriously, there's not enough spice in that, Ma. Like, right, we're Aries. We can't just stick with your fucking recipe. Like, who does that shit? Then they just struggling. Knight of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. You have thought this through, though. Whether they understand that or not, like, you have really thought through. And if you haven't taken the time to really understand your frequency and how long it's going to take you to create what you want to create, like, just double check that is what I'm getting. Most of you have gone through it and it's like, no, I understand what I need to do to make this dream a reality. You just don't think it's possible, or maybe you do and you don't like it either way, but right, like, but this is what I'm supposed to do, so deal with it. The Devil. Honey, please do not miss this opportunity. I have a lot of you that are willing to hold on to family, and let them keep you stuck. And it's like, don't do that. Don't do that. Others of you, what I'm getting is unplanned. Like I was saying, really think back. Are you looking at how long it takes you in the physical to do things? Are you looking at how long it takes to actually do that in the physical? Like, I'm thinking of laying my own driveway. Do you know how long it actually is going to take you to dig up your driveway and lay things and then let the cement or asphalt cure? Like, are you actually accounting for physical time, or are you just thinking you are? That's really the message I'm getting. And if you don't account for physical time, you might end up in the situation where it's like, I should just give up on this. I'm not supposed to do it. And it's not that, no, you can't achieve it. It was just what? I didn't think about how long it was going to take me to achieve this realistically. And this may be something you do, and why it's like, you know, it might come to the forefront again. For others, this is something you've recognized and you've nipped in the butt. So when it comes to this lesson, you're going to get past it. You're going to take the reflection time. Anything you miss, you're going to be like, yeah, no, I definitely thought that was going to take less time than it did, and move on from it. Whereas if you're kind of newer to trying to be a mature energy, you might struggle with physical timing. What something takes, like cement curing, or what I can actually do in a day. But we're all learning, honey. It's part of the process. So, I mean, right, at some point, we all don't understand our frequency and how long it's really going to take us to achieve something. Ooh, there we go. What we got? Page of Cups. Ooh, I just have you being too hard on yourself is really what you're learning from. Like, you need to be kinder on yourself. This Page of Cups, Queen of Swords. Yeah. It's how you communicate with yourself, hon. It's the things you tell yourself. Okay, so say you set an agenda for the week and you couldn't make all your marks because you're like, but theoretically, in this time frame, I should be able to do all this. But it was really like, theoretically, an individual on a certain speed could achieve all this. Are you willing to be kind to yourself, forgive yourself, say kind things to yourself? Because we all misjudge how long it's going to take ourselves. 8 of Cups and Strength. Yes, back to that Devil. I have some of you walking away just because you don't adequately account for physical timing. Please, 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 please don't give up on something you're supposed to just because you're not able to keep the speed of the schedule, agenda, whatever you write up. I have someone who's writing things out and it's like, yes, in theory this works, but in all honesty with yourself, it's not going to. Please don't set yourself up for failure, loves. Alright. Let's get into your incoming energy. Alright. right? You guys listen and stuff. You'll be able to really resit with your schedules and stuff and adjust it to where you stand a better chance of achieving them, hun. Alright. Future. Patience needed here and required. This is definitely patience of self for a lot of us. And then others, again, is the concrete. How long does it honestly take this to set in the physical? How long does it take it to grow in the physical? Are you really accounting for physical time? Having patience and faith in that, though. Woo! Especially when others are telling you to give up on it. Again, with the Page of Cups. Someone may try and pull your attention and investments from one to another in the future. Be wary of that. You're not supposed to. And then we have the Queen of Wands. For some of you, we are looking at an energy. This could be yours. This could be someone around yours. That is a match on some level. Can match some type of passion. Others of you, again, just having patience and grace with yourself, forgiveness with yourself while you're trying to grow something here. I have someone who may end up focused on something else just because of how long something's taking to grow. And no offense, but I mean, like, maybe this is your first year gardening. Okay? And you're like, well, I really want to be here and watch my flowers grow, but it's like, this is taking forever for them to grow. Like, I thought we were looking at a week, and it's like months into this shit. Right? And so, like, little squirrel you's like, oh, look at something else I can focus on. I mean, I love Aries, but that shit happens. Right? Like, I need to focus on something else. Because it just was taking too long. You know what I mean? It was just taking too long. And it's going to do what it does no matter what. Like, whether I pay attention to it or not, the plant's going to do what it does. Right? And, you know, I mean, there's logic there, but there's so many other things to focus on other than that. The Star, 5 of Wands. Yes, I have you in internal conflict. Right? About focusing on other things. And it's like that you're allowed to, though. For some of you, you're supposed to have your toes in different waters. You know what I mean? Fingers in different pies. Whatever expression helps you. But you're supposed to be doing multiple things this season. 6 of Cups. Yes. Please entertain whatever offer comes along. Whatever you're growing, you're not wrong. Like, you planted the seeds. It's going to grow. And as long as you pay whatever amount of attention you're instructed to give it, like, it's going to do fine. You can focus on multiple things. It'll be okay. And for a lot of you, that's going to help you. 10 of Wands, King of Wands, and King of Swords. For some of you, I have a battle ahead of you with, like, a father or a mother who wants to really fight you on your next chapter. Oop. Right? I mean, you may not speak to them for a moment because you're doing what's best for you, but you gotta. Alright, let's look at your guidance here, Aries. What? 9 of Swords. It's just, again, either what people have to say about the decisions you're making or dividing your time amongst something. Like, there's something you really want to, or you really feel like needs a lot of your attention, and it may not need as much attention as you think it does. we have Temperance and the Ace of Wands. Try not to stress this next chapter. Try not to stress what you're trying to bring in. Try not to stress handling multiple things at once. You can handle it. You're supposed to. Queen of Cups, Judgment, and Page of Wands. Please follow your inspiration here. Others may say things to try and keep you stuck to where you're at or a frequency that they feel comfortable with. You're supposed to go beyond that and be excited about it. For some of you, once you cut off some individuals, you really flourish just because whatever they have to say weighs you down. You let it have some kind of effect over you, and you're not supposed to. Judgment, yeah. You're going to be calling things for what they are in a lot of scenarios, and whether you address things out loud or kind of just don't reach out as much, there's a divide that happens, a space, and it's supposed to. Two of Wands. You're thinking long term here. Like, you know what you need to do. Overall, I feel the struggle with you is more, when am I supposed to bring what into the physical? And that's where that, but I feel like this is supposed to have more of my attention. And it's like, it doesn't need as much as you think it does. You can focus on 2 things or 3 things. You know what I mean? King of Pentacles. Long term, you're looking good, hun. Have faith here. But especially, again, looking at these plans and stuff, don't be afraid to make divides based on your long-term prosperity. King of Pentacles is not grounded just because of the coin they have. They're grounded because of other aspects. Right? I've got 4 of Cups, the Empress, and 7 of Swords with Queen of Cups. For some of you here, something happened in the past that you still reflect upon that really had you questioning your status, who you are, what you can bring. It was some shady ass behavior, and you went into kind of like a detachment phase. That's all coming to an end now. There's lots of ways for you to be growing, or you're going to be growing. Disruption, yeah. To harmony. I have some in the past where something was done. For some of you, this is what you're going to be facing. Those around you trying to pull you apart piece by piece, pick apart your plan piece by piece. Well, what about this? Well, what about that? Like, there's individuals around you who don't want you to follow this path, right? We've got harmony here. There are some that do get you, and if not, you're going to be connecting with them. But this really has to do with inner balance and harmony and understanding, like, this is what I'm supposed to do. Transformation with 13. We're talking about death and rebirth here. You know what I mean? Like, you've got a big chapter ahead of you. Base chakra and crown chakra. You guys understand this. Like, you know this. Through and through, you know this. Some of us are looking like a big ascension where it's like you've gone through so many chakras and things. Alright, let's pull a couple more on this. Or, well, this is a new one, but pull a couple more. Including this one. Alright. We've got burden, emotional or physical weight or load, a task or responsibility that can be overwhelming. We've got effort, the process of putting in effort to complete a task or reach a goal in order to achieve a desired outcome. And then puppet, to be controlled, to be manipulated, to be in someone else's hands. I have those around you who, especially the words that they say, they try and keep you stuck, hon. And it's like, you're going to be severing those ties because you know where you're supposed to be going. Others of you, I have someone who told you that in your life, like, you're a burden, and you're really not. They just want you to never ask anything of them. Like, they really lack effort in their life. They're weak as shit. And that's how they coped with it, was trying to make you feel bad for asking for even anything. Some bullshit. Mask, hiding a person's emotions, true self, or intentions. That's what I'm saying. There's somebody you're breaking free from. Love, a passionate emotional connection between partners, often involving attraction, desire, and commitment. Especially once you get past this person who lies to you. Like, there's a big connection to be had. This does not necessarily mean romantic or sexual love, but there's someone that you're supposed to be connecting with. Peace. Once you put up those boundaries with certain energies around you, you're gonna just connect to something better. It's definitely gonna help you stabilize sooner. Alright, peace. Finding peace, a state of mental and emotional balance free from anxiety and disturbances. For some of you, there's a type of peace you can create within. Something like listening to a song, lighting a certain candle or incense. There's some kind of ritual that you will do that, unlocks an inner peace for you. And you're encouraged to do that. Well, there went them cards. Always trying so hard. Your mom doesn't agree with that statement. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Understanding the perfections of self, even if others don't see them as perfections. Your composition is your composition. When we look at blemishes where it's like, those aren't good ones, we'd be looking at shadow work where it's like, I was acting out of not light. It's not looking at differences where I prefer this to that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just your composition. And understanding that and embracing that is really what you're being asked to do. You may have a figure around you, again, mom's popping out, father's popping out, where it's like, who you truly are, they always try to whittle away. And fuck them, because they're assholes, and you know what I'm saying? A time for healing, balsamic moon, right? Reflect upon you. Try to understand anything that was said to trick you into thinking that you weren't enough. To trick you into not believing in what you saw or understood. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. Looking at that to finally really see something clearly. Nothing is yet set in stone with the mutable moon. Please take action where you're advised to take action, because if you don't take action in your life, a lot of shifts can't happen. Don't just wait around. Alright, we're going to pull a couple from Hummingbird. Alright, iridescence. Let your true colors sparkle, glimmer, and glow for all to see. Yeah, especially if someone was whittling at you, manipulating you, trying to make you be less than you are. Be you, boo-boo. It's the time to be you. This isn't about them, right? Please distance yourself from the dark entity. Joyous nectar. Fill up on the sweetness of life. Take time to celebrate. Hang out with those who celebrate life, who celebrate you, um, who celebrate moments, right? The individuals where like a cup of coffee is not just a cup of coffee. It's like a cup of love. You know what I mean? Try to be around them as much as possible. Law of attraction. Turn toward the beauty, love, and sweet joy you desire. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Block yourself, separate yourself, distance yourself from the darker energies and those lights around you. That's who you're supposed to be hanging out with more this year. Natural instincts. You know which way to fly. Especially, please reflect. Some of you were looking at mirror meditations are really going to help. All right. And then we're going to pull on yes or no here, loves. I'm going to have 3 piles to pick from. Please go with the one that resonates with you the most. All right. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Pile 1. Yes, with more than a year and the number 34. Pile 2 with yes and future change and the number 45. And pile 3, yes, with astrological events, changes, charts, and the number 41. We're going to close out with a card from Kali Oracle. No. Alright. Kali Yantra. You have more power to evoke a positive shift in your circumstances than you realize. If anything required for success is lacking, the Divine Mother shall provide it. You are crossing a crucial spiritual threshold. Stay focused and let distractions fall away, and continue to commit yourself to what matters most to your heart. A more beautiful experience awaits you. Cha-cha-cha. Alright, Aries, I hope that this helped you in some way or fashion, and I do look forward to connecting with you again at a future reading. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And that being said, I'll talk to you later. Alright, love you guys. Wait, I need to make a heart like I want. Alright, love you guys. Bye.